So, another year over. Did you all have fun? Did you get something nice for Christmas? You feeling a little bit bloated and irritable from all the crap you've been eating during the Christmas time? But enough about me. So, much like Hellsing has done, it's time to honour the best and worst that I've covered from 2012. But because I've done a few more themed months than Hellsing has, I want to honour some of the themed months I had throughout the year. With that in mind, everybody, grab something healthy to drink for once. It's time to kick back, relax, and honour the best and worst of 2012. Trying to pick a best video game movie is like trying to find an ounce of skin in Anne Robinson's Botox face. Or a needle in the haystack for layman's terms, I guess. But I guess for irony purposes, I'm going to give this award to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yes, it doesn't really relate to the video game franchise and one of the best loved characters of all time. Yeah, I'll give you that. It doesn't really do it, but when you really look past that, it's a really goofy and enjoyable movie. Again, I'm doing this more for irony purposes. So, the award for best video game movie that I covered was the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Not surprising, I have a large selection of worst video game movie to choose from, but I think I'm going to give this award to the one that confused me the most. Easily this award goes to the Final Fantasy movie, Final Fantasy Spirits Within, or as I like to call it, what the fuck did I just watch? We're going to skip over September month because primarily they're all my favourite movies and I can't find a worst out of any of them, so that's why you're not seeing the best September month. But in terms of the best Halloween movie that I covered, easily this has to go to Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's dark, it's creepy, it's gothic, and Gary Oldman actually at his best if you ask me. The award was originally going to go to Spice World for worst Halloween movie, but as some of you pointed out, it's not really a Halloween movie, so this award will go to the runner-up. Benicio del Toro's Snorefest, The Wolfman. Boring, tedious, and something I really don't want to watch again. Why? Because it sucks. The award for Best Christmas Movie will come as not really much as a surprise to any of you. Die Hard. Because it's just that awesome. You know? And you probably would have got pissed if I gave this award to The Grinch. Having said that, I also have to give Die Hard the award for Worst Christmas Movie because on a technical level, out of all the ones I watched this year, with the exception of Dominion Tank Police, it really has nothing to do with the spirit of Christmas. There's no, Santa, there's no Jesus, there's no message, there's no, time for giving, all that sort of crap. So, congratulations, Die Hard, you are the best and worst movie of Christmas that I covered. The award for I Want to See More of This primarily goes to something that I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but ended up loving the ever-loving piss out of it. This, of course, being Hetalia, Axis Powers. Goofy, hilarious, and sometimes knowledgeable, Hetalia is one of those things that you need to see it to understand it. Naturally, in the opposite end of the spectrum is the award for I never want to see any of this as long as I shall live. This, of course, being Excel Saga. I don't know how much drugs the guy who came up with this took, but seriously, rehab. Make friends with it. And stop producing shit like this. The award for Best Character was a really tricky one to pick. For a while, Demolition Man's John Spartan was going to take this award. Then, of course, the King from the Monty Python and the Holy Grail was up for the award, but easily I have to give this to John McClane, being one of my favourite characters of all time. I'd like to think that my personality reflects him a little bit. Well, in some cases anyway. John Cena was up for this award for a while, then so was the Spice Girls. But really, John Cena and the Spice Girls combined cannot hold a candle to Bane. Seriously, I mean, I know it's a pretty recent movie and it's not fair to shove this right to the front, but seriously, there is just no excuse for...
Do you accept this resignation of the corrupt? Just talking like this for a confusing mask. Congratulations, Bane. You not only pissed me off so much, you jumped to the front of the queue for worst character.
Yeah, he sucks. Now we come to the top 5 best and worst, and we'll do this from 5 and work our way down. In the top 5 is one of my all-time favourite movies, and probably one of the most quotable movies, and seriously, people need to stop quoting this because you're kind of ruining the enjoyment for me. Number 5 in best is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Seriously, if you've never seen this movie, now is a good time to check it out. Ooh. Incidentally, I'd like you to stay away from number 5 in my bottom list this year. A fine example of why WWE superstars should not be actors. The Marine. My opinions of John Cena notwithstanding, this is just really a shitty fucking movie. And we get it. I've even forgotten what the guy's name was. We get it. You're black. Shut up. If there's something strange in your neighbourhood, who are you going to call? Hopefully number 4 in my list, which is Ghostbusters. I really adore the shit out of this movie. Likeable characters, funny scenario, brilliant script, and while some may hate the second movie and have questionable feelings about the game, I think this is a pretty good series. Easily one of those movies you need to see before you die. Ooh. However, the creators of number 4 in my bottom list I wish nothing but ill and contempt. Dragon Ball Evolution. To take a quote from Robot Chicken, you took one of the greatest cartoons of all time, and you pissed in its mouth. For a while, the number 1 spot went to Demolition Man, but as time went on, other movies came out. It kind of fell down a few places, but still, it's still a really good movie. Arguably, in my opinion, Sylvester Stallone's best movie to date. Ooh. However, number 3 in my bottom list is probably the last we're ever going to see from this director and the entire cast. You would have killed me if I didn't put this one in here. Birdemic, Shock and Terror. I still think that was funny though, and I could salvage that. Someone give me the footage. Number 2 in the top list is a movie, seriously, all these movies in the top list are movies you need to go out and see. The Goonies. Lovable cast, great music score, and I love the story and the premise behind it. Easy one of those movies that if you're bored, or it's a cold dark night and you can't really sleep well, just stick The Goonies on and you might enjoy yourself. Well, I enjoy it anyway. Ooh. This was originally going to be number 1, but the news of the death of Jerry Anderson gave me a change of heart, so I've pushed it down to number 2. Step forward, Thunderbirds. What a way to take a well-known franchise and take a massive great shit on it. Jerry Anderson was supposed to be on the creative staff, but the people behind the movie felt they had too many staff members. Whereas you got one less staff member now, you fucking cunts. And now we come to number 1, best. This is easily the best movie I saw in 2012. Ignoring the fact that it's a movie that I've already seen before, it's a movie that many people have seen before, but this is a movie that is arguably the first in one of the greatest trilogies of all time. No, not Star Wars, or Lord of the Rings, I'm talking about the trilogy. Back to the Future. Lovable cast, great music score, and maybe 2 and 3 did kind of borrow some elements, but it set the standard of how a trilogy should be. The only one that came in second place for me was Toy Story 3, but there you go. So yeah, Back to the Future is my favourite movie of 2012. And not surprising what number 1 is going to be. And let's face it, you kind of saw this coming, really. Being a horrible, disgusting, tea-drinking limey, I'm filled with nothing but contempt for this movie, for it paints the wrong image about my country. Because there's so many good qualities about England, and one of those good qualities is not the Spice Girls. So yeah, Spice World is the worst movie I saw this year. With the exception of Mel B, this is a group that I hope rots in hell because you absolutely suck! So there we have it, folks. The best and worst movies of 2012. What's going to make the list for 2013? Who knows? I have been Random. Take care, and I'll see you all in the near future. Peace.